this isn't meant to be a political cast. This is actually going to be about the Xbox Live viewer. So I watched, it's an off year for elections, and I've been meaning to do this video for a while, but Xbox Live has a live viewer. You can watch like concerts and stuff, but they did, during election season for the presidential election, they did the debates, both presidential and vice presidential. And they were really good. Like, the presentation from Xbox was really well done. So, yes, you could watch it on TV and whatever, and you would probably see the same thing, or roughly the same thing. But Xbox didn't have all this crap on the sides and things at the bottom, tickers and all that other stuff. But what they did have were questions that would pop up periodically. They were supposed to be timed with the debates, but they were always kind of off. This is one place Xbox could fix, because they timed it based on how long each question or topic was supposed to be discussed, and it like auto-populated the questions. So you were getting questions before they were asked, like, who do you think described healthcare better? And this leads into one thing that I thought they could fix. Anytime the candidates' names were in the question, people automatically devolved to partisan politics. They voted for their cult of personality as opposed to the actual question honestly, which frustrated me. And the only reason I know that they were not answering honestly is because when they asked questions that didn't have the candidates' names in them, the answers were radically different. And so people didn't realize who they actually sided with. They just knew that they liked this one person, this personality. They liked that person's personality or whatever. And that's what they would vote for. And then their questions, they would answer completely different than the way that the person in the debate would. So an example would be like, the one I saw, I think that got most completely out of whack was something like, do you think the government should be able to look at your checking account or something to that extent? And it had to do with NSA wiretapping or something. The question, 90% said no, the NSA should not have access to our checking account. Yet, both candidates were in support of, invading our privacy. So, if I were Xbox and I wanted to improve this and bring a completely different dynamic to what they're trying to do, because they're trying to do something different than like cable television or whatever. And I realize it's going to be hard because MSNBC's got their hooks in Microsoft or whatever, but if you wanted to do something different and not be partisan and all this other stuff, what you could do is you could take everybody who's running and figure out their platform, and then at the end, instead of asking questions that have the politicians' names in them, throughout the debate, ask questions that are pertinent to the topics being discussed, but ask for the viewer's point of view on those things. And then at the end, you line each individual up at, hey, Xbox user, whatever your Xbox gamer tag is, based on the way you answered these questions, you line up you are most aligned with this politician or this candidate. And don't just have Republican and Democrat, have the Libertarian candidate, the Green candidate, the Constitution candidate, all the independent candidate, have all of them in there. And I think it would be eye-opening. And what a great way to use that platform to really inform people instead of keep them in the dark. Instead of playing partisan politics, actually inform them of who they line up best with. I think a lot of people would be in for a rude awakening on how many actually do not agree with the Republicans and the Democrats. But that's just me. I just found it interesting because if the names were in there, it was like a 60-30 split with 10% undecided. But I think Xbox Live could do so much more with their live viewer. They could really change. They could be the first pebble thrown into a lake that causes all the ripples, if they wanted to change a lot of the ways we view the world and politics. With that stupid Xbox viewer, I don't think they realize how powerful that thing could be if they utilized it properly. So, anyway, if you have Xbox Live, watch the next set of debates on the Xbox Live viewer, see what I'm talking about. And if you agree with me after doing it, and this is a couple years from now, start hitting Xbox up about trying to implement something like that. I mean, I've already hit them up, but one person, you know, you need a chain effect. So I'd like to see if there are any more debates on there. Have some other people take a look, how they like the event viewer, if they like it or not, and then if they agree with what I'm saying, where we could utilize this to not use the candidates' names in the questions and instead give some of the viewers pause and be like, okay, well, if this is saying I line up with him, who is this person? Maybe they'll go and investigate that person. So, anyway. Starting my trip back to St. Louis, and it's a tad windy, getting blown all over the road, all these dust storms. Should be interesting. Weather starting here is 72 degrees. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up. 72 degrees. I think it's going to be way colder in St. Louis. Pretty, but a little foreboding. I'm going into Sparks and Reno. Airport's over there somewhere. Right, in Reno it's 53 degrees. Already a 20-degree drop. Leaving Phoenix, 95 degrees. I'm here. Pops went to bed. It's like 2:18 a.m. I'll be up till like 8 o'clock time here, I guess. Something like that. It's weird being on a different schedule and a different time zone and coming to visit. Candy will stay up with me. Good dog. What have you been up to, huh? Hey. By yourself. All the other puppies gone. Huh? Huh? Puppies. Puppies. Lumps get big. So old. You're so old. Favorite pizza place?
I'm not going to tell you again. Put the suit on.
I'm not going to listen again because I'm not going to wear it.
Look, it's going to stretch. Put the suit on.
Are these legal? Can I use these?
Clear a path.
Coming through. Cannonball.
Knock it off.
Snake! Stay away from this area. I'll fight it off. I liked you better with a mustache.
He's training for his biggest adventure yet. Oh yeah, he's ready.
Coach, there's some shrinkage.
PlayStation.